in order. But I still have my doubts.
About what?
I'll be straight with you. I want to know whether you have what it takes to lead us.
You mean, like, a duel?
Normally, a duel would be the quickest way to settle the question. But this time, we've got a better way. We're stationed here because of all the Ronin causing trouble in these parts. If you can get rid of them for us, we'll take that as a measure of your...
All right, let's show 'em what you're made of.
Let's get down to business. I will have order.
Take flight. Don't blink.
To the very
Okay, seems like you can hold your own. The rumors are exaggerations, of course, but still, your abilities are admirable. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Kotoku, acting captain of Swordfish 2. This is Yoshihisa, a fellow veteran of the team. I now formally cede the position of captain to you. Swordfish 2 awaits your orders.
There are 2 hard-hit areas. This was one of them, but thanks to you, this area is now secure. That said, the ones over there are tough.
You got that right. Watatsumi Island is...
That's not even all of them. They have whichever camp we attack, it's the Ronin in the other 2 camps that'll cause us issues. They might decide to provide back, but Captain, that would... If we spread our troops too thin, we won't have enough men to guard you. It's too...
Yep, the trap...
All right then. We'll deal with them all in one go.
It's my lucky day. Stabilize.
Incoming. Cut to the chase.
Finally, No.
Whirling snow.
What's more? Ready. Fall before me, taste my flame.
Kamisato art. Sometsu.
This is order. You will solidify this.
Everybody stand. Speed of light. Don't blink. Nowhere to hide.
This will do.
My apologies.
Cut down. Yes.
That should be the last of them. You didn't get hurt, did you? Cool. Paimon wonders how everything is going with
Captain!
Captain, the other 2 camps have been cleared. The entire...
Great! We solved the... but what's next?
Finally, we got it done. These Ronin have been bugging me for ages.
What? No way could you have taken them down without the new captain here.
Oh, come on. You're...
Hey, cut these guys. Honestly. Forget them.
How was it? Did your initiation go... but with your level of since you're back, I take it that the Ronin...
You bet! We sure showed...
Good. Now we We just need to make sure Okubo keeps a close watch to prevent their— Thank you. I believe in rewarding merit, so you will be compensated for your hard work. I gave him an assignment. He's taking part in a surprise attack against— He expressed a desire to be on the front line, so I honored now. Speaking of assignments—
A special mission?
Yes. In between Watatsumi Island and Tarasuna, there are some ruins relating to a god who fell in the Archon War. There are several small islands there, often used as a transit point when transporting supplies. Recently, however, supplies stored there have started to go missing for no obvious reason. Stranger still, the Resistance Army passed by and reported they found no signs of danger. I'd like to task you with getting to the bottom of this. It's not urgent, so there is no need to leave immediately. I suggest you take a few days to familiarize yourselves with the army, and also with Watatsumi Island. When Teppei returns, you can catch up with him, then pick a day when the weather's good to set sail for the islands.
Is Teppei really gonna be okay? He has a tendency to dive into action without thinking things through. Oh, Paimon can't help but feel a little worried about him. Oh, why don't we go wait for him at the training grounds?
Long time no see. So, how's Swordfish 2 treating you? Getting along? Well, raising their pay will...
Wow,
I read it in a novel.
you're seriously gonna...
Ha-ha! That's where you underestimate me. That's right, you'd better believe it. Thanks to my outstanding achievements in the recent naval battle, it's a brand new unit, Herring 1. What do you think? Pretty awesome, right? I spoke to Her Excellency. Let's go
Will Paimon get a...
Of course.
Yippee!
Captain, a new assignment has come in.
Thank you, soldier. You'd better watch out.
Ha!
I wouldn't be so confident if I were you.
Paimon's so surprised that Teppei's been made a platoon. Let's take a break, then go check out...
The perfect distance.
This should be the place. But Sankanomiya was right. It doesn't look like anything suspicious is going on. Could they be hiding? Let's see what we can find. These electro monuments look a little suspicious.
The threads of your fate.
Take flight!
Order guide you.
I summon! Whirling snow! Going in! Sakura swirl!
Phew! As monsters go, that one was It doesn't make any sense. Anyway, the good thing is that it's over now. We should probably get going. Uh-huh? Tepe? What?
Wow. I just got back from delivering some supplies to the front line. I figured I'd stop by and clear any.
Are you alright there?
I'm fine. It's nothing. I must have. On my way past, I heard that someone had just arrived on the island to. If there'd been some real danger, I might have had the chance to be the hero.
Tepe, don't you think there's...
Now that you mention it, it could be that the Tatarigami is more palpable here, I guess.
Urabashi?
A god. Look.
Ah! It's a gigantic snake skeleton! Oh, it looks terrifying!
Orobashi was the one who brought our ancestors from Enkanomiya up to the surface. That's the origin of the Watatsumi Island you know today. Our ancestors regarded it as a guardian deity. But during the Archon War, the Raiden Shogun came out in person and slew Orobashi with the Muso no Hitotachi. That same slash also...
The Raiden Shogun created Musojin Gorge in one slash?
Yes, but the Archon War was brutal. And Yashiori Island was completely destroyed during that battle. Since Orobashi's death, there has always been some animosity between Watatsumi Island and the Shogunate, but our different beliefs have nothing to do with why the resistance was formed when Orobashi attacked civilization. Shogun but now that the Shogun is stripping people of their ambitions with the Vision Hunt decree, alright, I'm heading back. I was just dealing with some of the Shogun's elites, and you should report back to Sangonomiya as soon as possible. Don't stay here longer than you need to. Hey, don't...
Tepe's sure made some big progress if he's already dealing with Shogunate samurai. Paimon can hardly believe it. Let's report back to Kokomi.
Something's come up?
Kokomi, we're back! Oh, look, Goro's here too! What happened? They look so serious.
Approximately how many people are exhibiting these symptoms?
I haven't had the chance to do a full count yet.
Kokomi, Goro, what's going on?
Recently, some of our soldiers started showing symptoms of accelerated aging. I called them in for questioning and found out they'd privately acquired some secret weapons from our sponsor. Most of them are highly ambitious types, vehemently opposed to the Vision Hunt decree. They've been using these new weapons secretly since getting a hold of them.
So that's why the war has been going unusually well. But risky secret weapons are not the answer. We must put a stop to it immediately. Goro, have you managed to acquire one of these weapons?
Most of the officers refuse to hand them over. Still, I did manage to get one.
Do you know something about this?
So that means our secret sponsor is the Fatui?
But why would the Fatui do this? Forget that. There's no time. Right now, we need to inform the whole army to cease using their delusions immediately. All soldiers who have shown symptoms are to be taken for treatment. I just hope we'll be in time to save them.
Wait a second. Speaking of soldiers with symptoms... No! Let's go check on him.
Oh. Just a moment. Let me get up. Oh, right. Yeah. I haven't had time to give you fighting the Shogun's army at sea. Taking on Shogunate samurai. If only I were stronger still. The stronger I am, the more I can do for the resistance. They gave it to me and said that as long as it's just illusion. So what's the difference between a gosh. I suppose I've been getting more and more tired. Oh, at first I'd find I was a little more beat than usual after a battle. This is a real shame. Guess I didn't receive the Hey, when our uniforms are ready, grab mine for me. What's that look for? Don't worry, partner. As soon as I've...
Tepe! Hey, where are you going? Hey!
How's Tepe's condition? I have put out the order to cease. The vast majority are showing some loss of vitality, but sadly, a few have...
Your Excellency, I'm planning to establish a dedicated field hop. The soldiers are up in arms about the ban, though. They know full well what a delusion is, but...
Okay. I'll leave you to deal with the situation. This whole fiasco is certain to be a blow to morale. If the Shoguns are... What are your thoughts? No, it's too dangerous. The Sakoku decree is still in force, so their delusions must be produced. To organize an operation of this scale, they will have had to mobilize a huge... If we want to stop them, we have to destroy the It's dangerous to go alone. Oh.
Your Excellency, given the urgency of the situation, we were hardly discreet. If we spend any longer amassing our forces, they will get wind of our plan.
Very true. I gave this some thought while you were confiscating the delusions. The side of the factory must be big. Not many places meet these criteria. And if we take the locations where our soldiers receive their delusions into account, I'm not going to stop you. We have lost too many courageous fighters already. I don't want to lose you.
Huh? You mean to the delusion factory? Really? You aren't gonna think it over first? Fine.
Take flight! Today is a lucky day.
Solidify! This is order.
My apologies.
Killjoy! We've only just begun.
Don't blink.
You can't run!
With sword comes shadow.
Looks like I went too far. Stabilize! The loneliness of death. Gather!
So, is this what delusions are made from? So much crystal marrow. Now, where have we seen that? Wait a second. Are they getting this from Rito? So the Conjure Commission are...
Over here. Blink. Take flight.
Stabilize!
Speed of light. Let me amuse myself a little. Whirling snow. Kami art. Sumetsu. You know how to get me going. Look at me. Just once.
Solidify!
Yikes! It looks dangerous. We'd better watch our step or we might get hit.
Solidify! Solidify! Gather! Intruder spotted! Do not let them impede the work of the Harbingers! You'll never get out of here alive!
I'm going in. With sword comes shadow.
Hard work, right? Finished.
My apologies.
Looks like I went too far. This is bad. Now this idiot must have a death wish. Don't be intimidated. Lord Harbinger will be here soon. Order guide you. Stabilize. You need to hurry up.
Sakura swirl. Nowhere to hide. Winter. Shall we?
Stabilize. This is order.
Whirling snow. Incoming.
Roast.
Take flight.
You need to hurry up. An unfortunate fault.
You actually managed to find this place. Congratulations. Barely 2 words in, and you already look like you want me dead. Oh, so that's what this is about. I think you've got the wrong idea. I know how this looks, but I'm just here to follow orders. I'm obviously not the mastermind behind this. Aren't you supposed to be pretty tough? What are you waiting for? Go get them. You're getting all worked up over nothing. You've changed. You're getting weak.
How can you say this is nothing?
How can you call it anything more? It's the way of the world. Human life is worthless. They were always going to die, with or without a delusion. At least having one gives them a chance. Do you have any idea how useful the Vision Hunt decree is to us? It took a lot of work to make it happen. Obviously, it was in our best interests. Good news is, our hard work is finally paying off. Generating conflict creates a big market for delusions. Now we just let the promise of power draw in the weak. For just a small price, they get the feeling of controlling the world, trading their life for supreme power. Pretty good deal, don't you think?
So, the Fatui started the Vision Hunt decree? You've been behind it all along?
From the outside, Inazuma looks pretty impenetrable. But on the inside, it's a land of opportunity. With a little effort, we were able to break them down from within. Eternity stretches things out over a long time. But each moment with... Take your friend in the Resistance, for example. There's nothing you... Just like a bubble on the water. Beautiful for a moment, then total destruction. The more it takes from them, the more tightly they hold on to it. And the more incompetent they are, the more determined they are to fight it. It's such a farce. You have to see the...
Hey, calm down! No!
That's it. Just like that. Embrace the anger. Embrace it! The wrath of the gods fills this factory, and it feeds on your anger.
What's happening? Get up!
Repeat after me. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3. Oh? You recognized me right away. Your brain... It's just as well, really, with the amount of effort it took me to get you back here. Honestly, it was like you were glued to the ground back...
Nico? Paimon's been wanting to ask you...
Am I? Maybe it's because I had the other Shrine Maidens leave. Anyway, I've always been like this. People show you whatever side of themselves they want you to see. I know this. Every side of me is the real me. People just like to define things and all. This is a human society. At the moment, anyway. Study humans a while longer, my little friend.
Right! Paimon was so focused on the Traveler that Paimon didn't notice...
What if I told you it was a secret art from the Grand Narukami Shrine, and that I had the balladeer Well, maybe you should be worrying less about that, and more about how exactly you're going to thank me. Maybe some of your neural circuitry is less intact than I thought. I didn't mean you had to be so formal about it. The delusions. They're still on your mind, aren't they? You needn't worry. The leader of Watatsumi Island took some troops to clear the place out. She's with their stronghold exposed. I doubt the balladeer is stubborn enough to try and retaliate now on his colleague. I must say, well, anyway, that Songonomiya Kokomi, she really outdid herself this time. I'd love to have another chat with her again in person, but alas...
A hindrance? Should you really be sick?
Anyway, I'm only telling you this to stop you worrying so that you can focus. You've met her, right? I'm not talking about the puppet. I mean her. You've met her, yes? Yes, the true Raiden Shogun, who meditates endlessly in the plane of youth. Her name is A.
Are you saying that the one we met at the ceremony was just a puppet? And the real Raiden And does that mean that when the battlefield changed, so did the opponent?
Because this is the Raiden Shogun. Before pursuing the eternity of her nation, she had to reach eternity. Since the physical body will eventually turn to dust, and since the spirit is susceptible to erosion, she placed her consciousness inside her sword, where she remains in a meditative state.
So, that place that...
The plane of euthymia. Essentially, the world inside her mind. A place that typically she shuts herself off in her inner world, leaving all the affairs of the outside world to be dealt with by a puppet. Ooh, this is the approach A has come up with for realizing eternity. You mean Morax? It's been a while since I last saw him. A surprising decision by Liyue's Archon.
It seems like the Raiden Shogun's approach solves the problem Zhang Li was facing, though.
Perhaps. Or you could take the view that she's acting. The grand notion of eternity she once held has long since given way. And ultimately, her eternity is defined by fear. The truth is, we are on the same side. You want to save the people of Inazuma from the Vision Hunt Decree. So do I. The key is that the plane of euthymia represents A's inner world.
So this is your plan? To abolish the Vision, not by talking her out of it, or through an armed resistance, but...
You're a fast learner. In short, this is the last chance to get Inazuma back on track. Otherwise, don't you realize how special you are? Remember, the plane of euthymia is that you have piqued her interest. Perhaps it's...
Has no one else ever been in there?
None. No one has seen the devotee of eternity since she shut herself. Your existence is more than just an opportunity. It's the very...
Wait, you're leaving? Where are you going?
Anti-Raiden Shogun training. I've prepared a special program just for you. Come along.
for?
Think of it as a catalyst that can reproduce the Raiden Shogun's combat moves. I made it from my own memory, which means it should be perfect. It'll give you a chance to figure out her moves in advance and come up with... The aim is to try to not get hit by the attacks, since you've escaped certain death at her hand once.
Solidify! Stabilize! Yeah. Solidify! Gather!
My apologies.
Solidify! Stabilize!
Whirling snow.
Solidify! Solidify!
Off we go. Ha! Everybody stand back.
Gather!
Take flight. Yeah. What a workout. So how come you know so much about...
You mean me? Perhaps it's because...
What? Like Dvalin is to Barbados? Huh. Never would have guessed by looking at you.
It sounds like you'd be more persuaded if you saw me in my fox form, in your dreams.
Huh.
More curious than my appearance is the fact that she and I don't see each other. A nation to last for all eternity is a dream that she and I both share. At some point, she started going down a path that became increasingly... You know, A never said goodbye to me before she stepped into the... Perhaps it's just my wishful thinking, but I think she did this deliberately. By neither saying goodbye nor seeing me again, our relationship will remain forever how it was. In her mind, since we've embarked on two very different paths to eternity, I can either continue... I have chosen the latter because... if stubbornly isolating herself, then my duty as her eternal servant is to drag her...
Aw, Miko.
I'm only telling you this so you can properly understand my plan. Anyway, that's enough chit-chat. Time for anti-Raiden...
There's a part 2?
Gather!
Don't blink! With sword comes shadow.
I will have order.
My apologies. Speed of light. Teamwork is strict. Take flight. Don't blink. Cut to the chase.
This is order. Stabilize.
Speed of light.
You did quite admirably. I could see your determination.
So, do you think we're ready to beat the Raiden?
How do I put this?
Wait, what? So all of this was a complete waste of time?
You are the most important part of the plan. I know what I'm doing. You don't think I'd leave you with no chance to win at all, do you? Speaking of, Traveler, what do you think of the Resistance Army's chances? You're absolutely right. Perhaps they occasionally best the Shogun's army in open battle, but when they face the Raiden Shogun herself, considering even their visions have been taken from them and embedded in the statue.
You don't have to be so blunt. The Traveler's the captain of...
I don't mean to belittle them. It is precisely because of their helplessness, because their visions have been taken from... In short, if everything goes according to plan, they may yet prove to be helpful. Oh, goodness, is that the time? I have enough...
All of this sudden, you're entertaining guests?
Okay, we can talk here. You asked me about the plan. In fact, before one makes a plan, what...
Don't know.
You must understand the situation you are facing. The Vision Hunt Decree was obviously devised as a means of manipulating the Shogun. The ones behind it knowing full well her susceptibility as a puppet. Yes, this is the strong... Now, we also know that every aspect of the Vision Hunt Decree's promulgation and execution...
Ayaka was saying that every time they submitted a petition against the Vision Hunt Decree, the Tenryou and Kanjo commissions would veto it straight away with no negotiation.
Yes, it's all too clear that both the Tenryou and Kanjo commissions are in some form of collusion with the Fatui. Thus, the current situation is that our Fatui antagonist is still at large, has the two rogue Unfortunately, Given that said antagonist is under the protection of two...
So, what should we do?
It will be easier for us to start with someone from Inazuma. So my plan is to incite rebellion in the Tenryou Commission.
Rebellion? What are you talking about? After everything you did...
When I say rebellion, I don't... If we manage to convince her, I'm quite sure we'll be able to get you another audience with the... I'll give you a clue. She's currently in charge of the Shogun's army. She also appears to be standing right behind you.
Don't move a muscle. You've got some nerve showing up here in the shrine when there's an active war. Don't even think about trying anything.
Affirmative.
Ah! Kujusara!
It seems that you're forgetting. This is the Grand Narukami Shrine. Use of force here is strictly forbidden. Before you proceed, which of you would like to face criminal charges for dishonoring the Shogun,
Ugh. Guji-ai, please tell me you are not sheltering a wanted
We are just friends. I don't see what sheltering has to do with it. Tell your...
All of you outside.
As you wish.
Guji-ai, I'm a little curious. Does it not also dishonor the Shogun to hide a wanted criminal at her grand shrine?
You're the same as ever, Kujo-sara.
As a servant, loyalty to the Shogun is my duty. And as a warrior, I dedicate my life to following the way of the Shogun.
Even though she will one day seize your vision too?
The Vision Hunt Decree is the Shogun's chosen course.
Oh, it's tragic. Such wholehearted devotion rendered meaningless by circumstance. Have you been kept in the dark?
Lady Guji, I need you to be direct. Tell me
The Vision Hunt Decree is a trap. Part of a Fatui plot to bring Inazuma to its knees. And your masters, the Kujo clan of the Tenryou Commission, they're the ones...
You're saying the Kujo clan betrayed the shogunate?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Guji-ai, your allegation is not only dangerous, but ridiculous. The ever since I was adopted by the Kujo clan, I have seen and heard nothing but pure devotion toward the... He reveres the Muso no Hitotachi more than anyone. My own respect for the Shogun... How could he ever even dream of acting against the Shogun?
3 days. Come back here in 3 days and I will show you the evidence. As a Guji, there's one thing I know very well. People believe whatever they want to believe. And so, it falls to me to place the truth before...
3 days? I'll be here. But if he will have to come with me.
Wonderful. Then I'll see you in 3 days.
That was so scary! Paimon wasn't but, Miko, you mentioned evidence of the Tenryou Commission's...
Why are you always asking so many questions? Of course not.
Not...
As plans go, changing the deity's mind is a huge gamble to begin with. We can't expect...
Okay, but what are we gonna do?
If we want to get our evidence, we're going to need some help.
That toy Tanuki just turned into a human! What's going on? Paimon... not a Tanuki. I'm a Muchina. I'm so tired. If I don't get enough sleep, it'll stunt my growth. Is this the perfect... She doesn't look... Oh, wow, a ninja? So was that one of those legendary ninja...
It belongs to the Yashiro Commission, a secret unit under Kamisato Ayato. Now, Kamisato Ayato and the Yashiro Commission are neutral parties, so I have no right to give orders to the Shiumatsuban. However, convincing their most chronically lazy... Here's what I need you to do. Go into town and find evidence of the Tenryo Commission's betrayal. It would not be appropriate for...
You make it sound so simple, but...
Oh, for a complete outsider, probing the inner workings of the... But since the three commissions work together to serve the Shogun, they have a close relationship. Someone from one of the other commissions might have an easy... The Shogun's army haven't given up on their search for you yet. But with the help of the... Don't forget, we're on a tight schedule here.
You there? It's us. We're back.
What brings you here? Did you meet with the Resistance? How's the battle going? Is it safe for me to come out yet?
Not just yet. We saw people patrolling on our...
So, it's still not over. I guess you came... I'll get someone to call for Miss Kamisato. Bear with me.
I see. You have been through a lot since we last met. I understand. You need evidence of the Tenryo Now that you mention it, there is one thing that has always concerned me. I used to think that she simply didn't care. But looking at it now, perhaps the problem all along has been with the...
what do you mean?
The Tenryo Commission presides over domestic military affairs. If they ever had any intention of Meanwhile, the Shogun would incorrectly conclude that the Vision Hunt Decree poses no threat.
But as I recall, the only person authorized to access that kind of official documentation is Kujo Takayuki. It's heavily guarded too. Even with Sayu's help, swiping a document from under their noses is no easy task.
If only there was a way we could distract the guards.
Yoimiya's firework!
That's a very Toma sound, but it's a reasonable one. The statue of the omnipresent god is right by the Tenryo. While they were preoccupied with that, Sayu could infiltrate the Tenryo Commission and take the report.
Great! It feels like I'm getting close. It feels like it's been an eternity since we last sat down and talked. Well, it certainly felt like it to me. I've been looking this tea house used to be my favorite hiding place, but now I've honestly lost track of how... Oh man, I want to...
Poor Tom.
Let's focus on the issue at hand. The sooner the Vision Hunt Decree is abolished, this was a reunion of sorts, but there's no time to catch...
Ooh, let's play the hot pot game again.
You're still thinking...
The Tenryo Commission is heavily guarded. Be careful when you...
All right, first let's go to Hanamizaka to...